Hey there, I thought this might be the easiest way to show you how to create new blog posts, which is most of the content that needs to be created for the site. I'm going to send you a link to a page with login credentials so you'll be able to get into the back end, which is where we edit that content. So here's the front end of the website. As you recall, there are four categories in the Integrative Wisdom section, which is the blog site, and they all get displayed here. These are all placeholder items, so we need to have you create new actual content. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is the front end, and when I send you the link, you'll come to this page here. You'll actually land on the dashboard, and this is the back end. You'll notice on the left-hand side there are links to a bunch of different sections where we edit content, but the one I want to show you is the posts section, which again, those are blog posts. So if you hover over posts, you'll see all posts, and that is the complete list of the placeholder content we have. But at the top, you can click Add New, and this is where you will add a new post. So I'm going to say sample adding a post. This will become the headline of the new post. And then you want to click on Fusion Builder right here because that's what we use to edit the back end of the site. That's going to open up an interface right here, and it's asking if you want to start from scratch with a container or if you want to use a pre-built page. So I actually saved a pre-built starting template for you so you can just change the content on that rather than having to build out a whole new page. So you'll click on pre-built page and then click on templates, and you'll see right here there's a page that says master blog post. Hover over load and say replace all page content. That's going to populate this new post with that placeholder text that I set up for you. So if I say publish, that will make it go live to the website, and it's saving right now. Okay, and if I want to see that on the front end, I can click over view post and then control click open link in new tab. This is how I like to work, where I have the live site in one tab, and here it is, sample adding post, and then I have the back end over here. It just makes it easier for me to edit and see changes. So looking really quickly at the front end, you'll see that this is the blog post. Here's a bunch of content at the top, then there's a little quote, and then there's a bunch more content going down the page, including an image. So that's what the page looks like on the front end. And if we go to the back end, we'll see that that same content is here. And you'll see this is the container with the top content. This is the container that has the little quote in it. Here's the container that has that other content. And when I click into it, I can see that there's that picture. Okay, so the way this works is whatever section you want to edit, you hover over it and click the little pen tool, and that opens up an editing thing like Word. I mentioned the drop cap on the first sentence here. See the letter L? So if I go back into the back end, this is just a little design feature that I think is nice. It gives us some visual interest. So you'll need to edit that for every blog post that you do, and it kind of seems like a pain, but it's really not that bad. If you look, the letter was the letter L, right? L. And if I go into the back end, there's a little bit of code here, and that's what will make it be a drop cap. So there's a closing bracket right here, and there's that letter L. I'm going to change that to a P, and then I go past the rest of the code, and I'm going to change the rest of that word to ASTE, just as an example. So I changed it to paste. Leave everything else the same here. I say save. I say update. And I'm waiting for it to refresh. Now if I go to the front end of the website and I hit my refresh in my browser, the L is going to change to a P. So I'll come back here, click into the page, and then you can just, there's the rest of that word, paste. That would be the first word of my post. I can highlight the rest of the text from another document and paste it right in there, and that will update that content on the site. Pretty straightforward. Here's that quote section. If I wanted to change the quote in there, I would just go in here and make my changes, say save, say update, and it would show on the front end. Over here, this is the section that has the picture in it. If I wanted to edit this picture, I can click on it and then say edit, and I can replace the image if I want, and it would, when I click replace, it's going to bring up my little media library. If I say replace and I say save and I say update, go back to the front end, hit refresh, I should see that that picture is now in there. Of course, it's not sized right, so it kind of blew up the page, but you get the idea. Okay, so that's how to edit the page. The one other thing you have to do, actually two other things, is you have to assign it to the proper category that it belongs in. So this one might be an integrated treatment modality. And then I also have to set a featured image. So if I click on that, it's going to bring up that same window. I can pick the image that I want to have be at the top of the post. I say set featured image, update, go back to the front end, hit refresh, and I should see that this image has been added to the blog post. And just to double check, we'll make sure that this showed up in the proper category. I can't remember what I assigned it to. I think maybe it was physical well-being. Let's see. Nope. I need to fix that header. Maybe it was mental, maybe it was spiritual. Nope. Was it integrated treatment modality? There it is. Okay, so it showed up in the category of integrated treatments. I can click into it and everything's good. So that is how you edit a post, change the content, assign a category, upload a featured image, and that is it.